The idea of the mindset warm-up is just to get our mind ready, alert, but in a good headspace to trade and to be trading for the day. So the idea here is that we're using our body to send a message to our brain. Okay, research shows that doing a power pose for 2 minutes increases testosterone, the dominance hormone, and decreases cortisol, the stress hormone. So if you think about like a quiet leader or a strong quiet leader, that's what we're looking for. We want to be confident as we're approaching the market, but also calm and have our minds quieted. Okay, so I'm going to invite you to do this with me. I'm going to set a timer. I typically do 2 minutes. I might do 5 minutes actually today. Let's go ahead and do this together. You can do it with your hands overhead, like a victory pose. That's my favorite way to do it, standing, arms overhead, or you can do it hands on your hips, or you can even just do it imagining that you have a string on top of your head and you're just sitting up tall, or maybe you're on a walk. You can walk with confidence. Okay, so set a timer. Okay, so standing in your power pose or sitting at your power pose at your desk. While we're in this power pose, I'm going to start with breathing. This is called box breathing in your nose for about 4 seconds. Hold at the top of the breath. And big, powerful exhale out your mouth like you're blowing out birthday candles. Hold at the bottom. And in through your nose again. On the inhale, you can smile. Your brain can't tell the difference between a forced smile and a genuine smile. So even if you're forcing a smile today, you're sending a message to your brain through your body. About the way you want to feel and the way that you want to be this morning. In addition to smiling and breathing and remaining in your power pose with your shoulders back, head lifted, sitting up nice and tall or standing up nice and tall, think about the things that you're thankful and grateful for. You can imagine those things in your mind's eye. Imagine the faces of the people that you're thankful and grateful for. Or just think about the things that you're thankful for. Maybe your health. Maybe the opportunity to trade today. And remembering to smile on the inhale. And perhaps you want to build in a little stretch into this brief morning warm-up. We're incorporating 5 helpful habits into our brief morning habit. These habits are the power pose, sending a message of confidence to our brain, box breathing to relax ourselves, our bodies, our mind, relax our nervous system. Very, very important as we're preparing to trade. Smiling, sending a message of optimism to our brain, helping to improve our mood. Giving thanks for what we're grateful and thankful for, and stretching as well. So I hope that was helpful to you this morning. My puppies are breathing along with us. Dogs are so great about doing the big, bold exhale, and that's really so, so good for our bodies and our minds. So thank you for joining me in that. Next part of my morning practice is visualizing winning and losing. The idea behind this visualization is I'm not manifesting a win or a loss. I am preparing myself mentally and psychologically to deal with both. Because we know trading is uncertain, the outcome is uncertain. All I can control is my risk and myself. And so I want to be prepared physically, emotionally, mentally, right? All of those things psychologically to be ready to trade and to cope with whatever outcome happens today in the market, okay? So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and do this along with me if you would like. Okay, so I'm going to start with a loss today. I'm imagining my chart. I can see my chart in front of me. And I've entered a trade. And as I enter the trade, price begins to go toward my stop loss and approach my stop loss. This is a really important time because I don't want to move my stop loss. I don't want to act impulsively. I don't want to make changes that I did not intend. So I'm going to pay attention to my body, my physical body, paying attention to any sensation I feel. We all know what it feels like to take a loss. And if you pay attention, you will know that there is a reaction in your body. Maybe your hands get sweaty. Maybe you feel a lump in your stomach. Maybe you start to breathe differently. Something as subtle as just changing your breath pattern. So I'm focusing on calming my body down. I'm not in danger. This is not a danger situation. Okay. I am responsible for sending that message to my brain. Okay. My body might choose to, or not choose, but my body might begin to change. And I am working to regulate my breathing, regulate my heart rate, regulate my body temperature. I'm not in danger. This is just part of what I do. After the body sensation, I move to the emotions that I might be experiencing. There are many emotions that you might experience when you're in a losing trade or in drawdown. Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's anger. Maybe it's sadness. Tuning into those emotions and paying attention to those emotions. Okay. And it's okay to have emotion when you're trading. That's fine. But it can be helpful to remove that emotion from yourself by acknowledging the emotion. I'm feeling anxious. I'm feeling afraid. I'm feeling worried. Talking about the emotion and acknowledging it is part of recognizing it, embracing it, accepting it, and moving away from it. You can have a little bit more control. So tuning down that emotion, turning it down so that your decisions are not impacted by the emotion. From there, I'm moving up to my headspace, my thoughts, and paying attention to the thoughts that I have while I'm losing. And again, we all know what it sounds like in our head when we're in a losing trade, when we're in drawdown, the worry, the things that we say to ourselves. But we're going to work today on replacing those unhelpful thoughts, those fearful thoughts, those anxious thoughts with thoughts that serve us. This is a valid trade. I risked appropriately, and every trader takes losses. Losing is part of the game, and I have to be okay with losing if I want to be a trader. Again, I'm not in danger. This is just part of what I do. So you're working on accepting the loss and telling yourself in this moment these helpful thoughts and beliefs about loss. These are the same things that I will do in the trade. If I'm in an open trade that's losing, these are the same thoughts that I will tell myself. Okay. All right. And now after the loss is taken, the stop loss is hit, I'm resetting. Okay. So resetting, whatever that means for you, it could mean clearing the drawings off your chart. It could mean a big cleansing breath and exhale. Maybe it's a quick stand up and stretch. Maybe you need a walk around the neighborhood, whatever it is for you personally to reset. Every trade is brand new. Every trade is different. It's unrelated to the previous trade. So resetting, okay? So now we're going to do the same thing with a win, okay? So in your mind, take a look at your chart. You can see your chart in front of you. You can see the candles moving around. Enter a trade. And this time, price goes in your favor. So you can see price starting to move in the direction of your trade. And same thing, we're starting with the body sensations. How does your body feel when you're in a winning trade? Maybe that's not as easy to imagine as a loss, but take a moment to think about how your body feels when you're winning. You might notice that you're holding your breath. You might notice that your heart rate changes. Maybe your body temperature changes. So be present with those physical sensations and work on regulating your breath, normalizing your breath, regulating your heart rate and your body temperature, calming down the nervous system. Tuning into your emotions now. Most likely you are experiencing some kind of joy or happiness. Perhaps it is stronger than that. Perhaps you're excited, thrilled, elated. Again, recognizing the emotion. I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling hopeful. I'm feeling joyful, and working to turn it down, tune it down so that the emotion is not so intense. Okay. It's fine to experience emotion. It's natural to experience happiness when you're trading and you're taking a win, but you're just working on turning it down or leveling out those peaks and valleys so that the emotional experience is not so intense. Again, working to remove the emotion from yourself. I'm feeling happy. Okay. Now moving on to your thoughts. What are the thoughts that are in your mind when you're taking a win? We all know that the closer we get to a stop, the closer we get to a profit target, the chatter in our head starts to turn up. And so we're thinking about the thoughts that are going to be helpful to us, that are going to serve us in that moment. I'm not a genius. I'm not a hero. I didn't call the market. This is simply what I do. My edge playing out. It's good to be confident, but this is just part of the plan. Okay. Thinking about what it is, what messages you need to send yourself and think about and dwell on when you're in a win. After the win, you reset. So again, whatever that means for you, whatever that's going to mean for you to take the next trade, new, fresh, without the baggage, in this case, the positive baggage of the win, you're starting fresh. Every trade is new, just like a coin flip. It has nothing to do with the flips that came prior. This is a new trade. Okay. So again, maybe it is clearing the marks off your chart, going for a walk. Maybe it's just a deep breath, but reset. Okay. So thank you for joining me for that. Next step is thinking about the dominant trading theme. What is your dominant trading theme for the day? Pick one. Okay. Dominant trading theme can last a week, 2 weeks, a month, or even 2 months. However long it is that you need to focus on this to really, really feel that you have this theme, this aspect of trading under control. So for me today, I'm working on trading really well, finding the setup and taking the risk that's appropriate. So identifying the right setup and risking appropriately. Okay. Maybe you tend to risk too much. So maybe your dominant theme this week is focusing on really, really risking the right amount. In the past, I've had a dominant trading theme as basic as eliminating errors. So it's common to make errors when you're trading, but it can have a negative impact on your performance. So maybe you just need to take a week to focus on that. Okay, whatever your dominant trading theme is going to be. The fourth part is parts negotiation. And you can think about this like the angel and the devil in cartoons. It's as basic as that, but I want to change it a little bit to acknowledge that the parts of ourselves, there is no part of ourselves that is bad. So you can even think about it like your left brain and your right brain, right? You have two hemispheres of your brain, and they serve different purposes and different functions, okay? The side that we want to be in charge as we're trading, the element of ourselves that we want to be in charge as we're trading is rational and logical, in control, okay? The side of yourself that is maybe more emotional, free flowing, impulsive, okay? Those pieces of yourself, that's better for the weekend, right? When you're having fun, you're relaxing, save that for later. I like to think of it that I need to keep that side of myself in the room, right? Because that is what allows me to take risk. That's what allows me to enter a trade that is not a certain outcome. So I need that part of myself. I recognize that that side of myself has value, but the side of myself that will be calling the shots today is the rational, logical side. Okay, the one that is not impulsive, in control, but they can work together. This is a really great opportunity to take a review of your trading plan. So you can review your trading plan in detail, or you can just think about what is it that you're going to be trading today. Okay, what is it that you're looking for? How in depth you take this step is up to you, and it's in your power to decide how much you're going to do of this. And then the final piece is the bonus. Why are you here and why are you doing what you're doing? If you have come to the market today because you're seeking a thrill, you're seeking excitement, that's okay. That's your prerogative. If your goal is also to be a professional trader and pass prop firms and grow your money, those aren't really aligned. So you need to think about, why is it that you're actually here, and why is it that you're doing what you're doing, and do your actual goals and behaviors align? Okay, so that's what we're looking at. So thank you so much for joining me in the mindset warm up today. If you have any questions, go ahead and let me know.